That sounds.
Is there, going off music for just a second, is there someone in the band that has a very odd hobby?
I think it's.
I think Charles has the weird hobby of shitting his pants. I don't
actually.
Can you say that on the radio?
Yeah, is that?
We can censor it. It's all good.
Yeah, we'll bleep it out.
We'll just bleep it out.
Yeah,
People will guess what it is anyway.
We were on the way from a show, me and Kenny, or whatever, and it was about like 2 in the morning. We're just on this empty road, and I had this plastic bag in the car, and I was just like, "What if I just hot bag it right now? What if I just stop on the road?" And poop in the bag.
The weirdest thing is that the street was literally, there was nobody on the street.
It was completely empty.
This was over a span of about like 15 minutes of him getting out of this car and pooping in this bag in the middle of the street. It wasn't like he parked off to the side. He stopped his vehicle in the middle of the street and pooped in a bag.
Then, after pooping in the bag, I brought it back into the car.
Wait,
why would you do that?
That was a mistake.
Yeah, you just want to get rid of it as soon as.
That was probably the most disgusting thing that I've ever seen. And I actually, I kind of paid him back for it because it was so gross to me. I actually threw up all over the side
while
of this car.
driving.
While we were driving,
Nice.
like half my body was out.
Why
of
would
the
you even
vehicle.
bring it back into the car? I'd be done with that. I'd be like,
Just the story. Just let me continue the story.
No,
No,
we're
we're
not
continue
gonna go there.
We're gonna
continue
go
the
there.
story. Continue the story.
So Kenny, the poop's in the car now. Kenny's throwing up while we're driving. Then a car comes up behind us. So they see a kid throwing up on the side of the road. They have no idea what's going on. We get back to Kenny's house, and then it's just one of those playful moments where we get out of the car, and I have the poop in my hand in the bag, and
Oh God!
I look at the poop. I look at Kenny. I look back at the poop, and I threw my poop at Kenny.
Oh, man.
Yep. And then the throwing up commenced, and
It was pretty much like.
I feel like we should put you in a zoo.
I just want to say, hey, we're Vagrant Undertow.
Yeah.
Thank you, UK.
Yeah. Thank you.
this is the last you hear from us. But
Yeah,
we just do those spur of the moment, like just that's what we do. I mean, no matter what, there's always just this.
We've been
adventures.
We've been talking for 10 minutes, and we've covered dildos and shit.
poop throwing. And we play music. We play music as well. If you didn't know that. So.
All right.
Oh, you do? You do? Yeah, I remember that.
What kind of music?
Music.
What kind of
Yeah.
music do you play?
Yeah.
Oh, we play rock.
Yeah,
Oh,
we play
that
rock
sounds
music.
nice.
Ah.
Have a unique live show. Like to give an example. To give an example of what goes on. Moving on.
That's funny. Speaking of flinging stuff at people, have you ever had that thing that you see in films where somebody flings their knickers at you whilst you're on stage, or your underwear?
Yes.
You have.
That happens
How many
a lot.
times? It happens a lot. Now, question: do you
that's
keep
the-
them,
I
or
don't-
do you just sort of brush them off and like do you just put
No,
them
I
in a
keep
box?
Creepy.
I keep them not for personal use, though. They go in a bin that we have on the side of the stage.
I don't even find that strange. The throw-in of any type of underwear or anything like that. One time we were playing a show. It was in South Florida, and we were joking around on stage. We were talking about kissing or something like that. And a guy runs through the crowd, pushes everybody out of the way. And this is a big guy. Jumps on stage and kisses me right on the mouth. It was so nasty.
This is true.
It was a massive guy. That was weird.
What a legend!
Yeah.
Pretty much.
Almost as weird as making a mold out of his penis, that kind of thing. Like really,
Yeah.
That's
Really strange.
actually what happened. Yeah.
that's what happened after.
I was wondering what that weird hole shape was in the wall when you went to the toilet. It's a bit strange. Okay, so we were talking about it a little while earlier on. So you've just done your first music video, haven't you, for After Class?
Yeah, we did that on our own too. You could tell.
Admittedly, it was my favourite song. Like I had a little look through your website, and that was the song that I liked the most. So I'm kind of glad that you did a video for it. Now we had a very similar song over here for anybody that's listening to the show or the podcast. You might remember a song called a song from Busted called "That's What I Go to School For," which is kind of the same thing. It's basically about you've got a hot teacher and you're talking about how smitten you are with her. Now Busted came out and admitted that it was actually about a real teacher. Is yours about a real teacher? Is Miss Johnson an actual person, or?
I will clear that up 100%. Yes, she is a real person, but I don't want to get that lady in trouble because I still talk to her.
Right, okay. Does she look anything like Miss Johnson in the video?
That girl that was in the video, yeah, she's actually a good friend of mine, but actually the teacher was hotter, actually. She was really rad. She had like tattoos and stuff, long blonde hair. Yeah, she was rad.
Okay, so...
So yeah, she's Do what?
So were you like writing this song whilst in her class, or was it kind of like something that you did, you know, in your own time?
I did afterwards. That was afterwards, yeah.
Okay, that's brilliant. That's awesome.
We were never, like, teachers at my school were never allowed to get away with having tattoos. So we always have to cover them up. That's strange.
Yeah, I think that's
That's a weird thing.
Yeah.
I don't know why.
Welcome to America.
Pretty much.
America.
We're cheap.
Go to Best Buy, get me a
Don't
gun.
have tattoos.
Get me a beer.
Let's eat bacon.
NASCAR and beer. That's all America is about. If you
They're
come
making
here,
another
you better
left
like
turn.
NASCAR and you better bring beer.
Or not.
Speaking of sports,
Speaking of
actually,
As well.
Go on.
Super Bowl tonight.
Oh, you stole it.
I know, Super Bowl tonight.
It's not
who you
tonight, it's
support?
tomorrow night.
Tomorrow. Oh yeah, tomorrow night. Sorry.
Tomorrow night.
Who are you
tomorrow night.
supporting?
You don't even know,
New England
do you?
Patriots or the Giants?
Giants. I'm
Giants.
Giants.
Yes, my kind of people.
Tom Brady is a bitch.
Tom Coughlin was the first head coach for our hometowns team, the
Jacksonville Jaguars.
So it's kind of like a Super Bowl for
You'll
us.
probably never hear about them in England because they are garbage.
Okay.
But yeah, it's a Super Bowl for us. Go Giants. Woo!
That sounds awesome. Now, our friend Luke here basically called up the stadium where it's going to be held. And we were basically trying to find out information as to where the statue actually was, you know, the trophy. And we could have made it more obvious that we wanted to steal it, but they were completely oblivious to it. Just a really random question. If we were going to go and try and steal the Super Bowl trophy, would you be up for it?
Yes.
Yes.
1,000%.
100%. Yeah.
I don't know how we do it. We don't know the logistics. It might be a bit Mission Impossible where one of you's hanging from a wire, but I think it would work.
I'm too fat for that.
We'll pull
Okay,
a National Treasure. You ever seen that movie? National Treasure?
Yes.
Yes.
I'm going to kidnap the President of the United States. Nicolas Cage there.
Yes.
Exactly.
It's
One of my
easy.
best impressions of Nicolas Cage. I don't want to go on about it, but
Sounded just like you, to be honest.
I want to hear it.
I wasn't. It was.
I want to hear it. That's the perfect. That's the perfect explanation that it was crap.
I legitimately want to hear it.
Is it the part from Legion where he has the ovens going and he says,
He's
"Let's
not
get it
in.
cooking"?
Nicolas Cage is not in
Oh,
Legion.
okay. This is embarrassing.
I think the National Treasure films are so underrated. I love them.
Well, come on then. Let's hear it. Let's hear the.
Impression.
Yeah.
Pure
I
pressure over
can't
the
really
internet.
do it. No, I can't really do a Nicolas Cage impression.
Try.
He did it a second ago, and then you're now asking to hear it. So that shows how bad it was.
If you do a Nicolas Cage impression, I will get naked. Not that you can see it, but I will do it.
That would be
Not
a treat
much
for
of
our friend
incentive.
Sharon.
Not much of an incentive at all.
Just hear a nervous giggle from her in the background.
I'll make a mold.
Sharon,
We will knit you sweaters if you do the impression.
will you sign the sweaters? Because, you know, I could make some
Yes,
the
items.
sweaters.
we will.
That was awesome.
We haven't talked about inspiration yet, actually,
No.
to be fair.
Oh, okay.
If you lot must have loads of you could probably just reel them off of inspiration that you take. And who could you liken yourself to if you were to sell yourself to somebody, so to speak?
You mean like a single band we could relate
Yeah.
to, sound-wise?
Yeah.
Probably, yeah. I'd say if you had to pick one band, Fall Out Boy, probably. That would be pretty accurate.
Now, are we talking Fall Out Boy in their later days, or are we talking like in the early days with Sugar Going Down, Swinging, stuff like that?
Probably take this to your grave to the one they did with was it Jay-Z?
Oh, okay.
Oh no, that's Infinite.
Infinity on High.
Yeah, Infinity on High.
The first 3 albums.
Okay.
If you had to pick one,
If we had to pick one, it'd be Under the Cork Tree.
Yeah, the second album.
Okay, cool. How many albums did they have? Was it 2 or 3?
One,
I feel like they maybe had more
about
than
4.
Four?
About 4 or 5.
5 if you count the greatest.
because they only
hits.
really blow up here with one album, and then it just seemed like they fizzled out over here. So that's why I was a
Wow.
bit confused.
That's because Mr.
they're
Stomach sort
they're
of.
still played on the radio here.
Really?
Yeah.
What, with
Yeah.
new material?
After
Or?
they broke up.
That's bizarre. Oh, speaking of people that you're liking yourselves to, this is the thing that I always have to ask all rock bands, because it seems like it's like Marmite. It's either you absolutely love them or you absolutely hate them. Me and Luke personally love them. We don't understand why they get so much hate. They're literally, officially, like, you know, amount of money and tickets and albums sold and stuff. They are the biggest rock band in the world.
No, they're not.
Or currently, at the minute,
No.
like, how do I explain it? I saw the stats for it the other day. They're basically...
Very good.
They're very good. Okay, so there's a rock band that we think are very good. A lot of people either love them or hate them. What is Vagrant Undertow's opinion on Nickelback?
I knew it! I knew he was gonna say Nickelback.
Hold on.
We'll give an
Neutral.
answer. We'll each give an answer.
I would say that I appreciate the song Rockstar just because it is catchy. I appreciate that. That's my statement for Nickelback. I appreciate the catchiness of Rockstar, the song.
They're living better lives than I, so I will say neutral for me.
They can go back to Canada.
That's a plain instrument. That's his opinion.
Are we not fans of Burn It to the Ground?
Burn It to the Ground.
What's up?
We often open our shows with that one. Very high energy.
Cool.
Random question. I noticed that, I mean, it's more so R&B music nowadays, but me and Luke were fans of wrestling back in the day. And
Go on.
if you could choose any wrestler from all time, which one would you do the sort of like, you know, when they have the music, when they come out, the Titantron music, which wrestler would Vagrant Undertow love to do music for?
The Undertaker had that song "Rollin'" by Limp Bizkit when I was like 12. That was the coolest thing ever. I would say Undertaker. That's who I would pick.
I would pick John or
don't say John.
CM Punk.
I'll punch you in the face.
CM Punk. Not John Cena. I don't know why. I do not like John Cena. CM Punk. The dude is really, really cool. He's really into to the type of music that we play. Similar types of music that we play. I would pick CM Punk.
Mine would have to be, it's kind of a tie, if you remember, mine would have to be Rob Van Dam's One of a Kind. That was a really sick one. And Chris Benoit. Chris Benoit's last intro before he took a sabbatical.
That's a nice
Sabbatical from wrestling.
Yeah. Handed in his
Yeah.
notice with a wire. Anyway, doesn't matter. Let's not talk about it.
It's very sad. It's very
Very
down.
sad. So sad.
That's all my questions, actually. I've used all mine up.
Yeah, I don't have any more.
Can I get any more? Well, there we go. Thank you very much for chatting us today, dudes. I actually really enjoyed it. Everything from dildos to throwing poo to just everything to underwear. And it's just absolutely brilliant. So if you want to go check out Vagrant Undertow, they're on pretty much every social network. I mean, we'll be posting this on Wengles.com most likely, so there'll be links all over there. Just stuff like their YouTube, Twitter, Reverb Nation, Buzznet, and you've also got a Tumblr as well, haven't you?
Yes,
Yep.
yes, we do.
So that's awesome. Whereabouts are you from in the US? I don't think we've actually said this for anyone that...
Florida.
Whereabouts in Florida?
Jacksonville.
Okay, so...
Oh, we know someone that lives there.
Yeah, we do, yeah.
What's her name again?
What's her name? Is her name Sharon?
That's it.
I think that, yeah, I was going to say
There's this
Cecile.
girl Sharon here that we very much we do not like her. She hangs around us all the time, and we can't get her to go away.
She does that.
It's very
really
controlling.
She's a control freak.
Yeah, pretty much. She trolls in person.
Nice. I love it. Well, there we go.
Ah, wonderful.
I think we're all done.
We're done. Sorted.
Round of applause.
Trust.
Yeah.